Hello, world. Welcome to Reading with Kermie. Kermie here. How's everybody doing on this Wednesday afternoon? I did a video, Kermie Karaoke, probably a couple hours ago. Decided to come do my walkabout through my trails behind my apartment because it's been a few days and I need my nature and fresh air. It's just part of who I am, I believe, and I'm glad I live at a location where I can get that. It's it's something I'm very grateful for, and yeah. So I came to my tree that I had come to a few reading kermies ago, and seems like a good dry spot to sit. Still pretty wet out here. It rained a lot the last couple of days, but today was a perfect chance to get out and about and do some walking. And today we're going to do some walking with Reading with Kermie, and don't sweat the small stuff, it's just small stuff. And so I'm excited to figure out what this next chapter is about. All I did is read the title before I came out here, and it's titled Become an Anthropologist. Should be interesting, folks. So let's get started. First, I want to breathe in some fresh air. All right. Anthropology is the science of doing with man and his origins. In this strategy, however, I'll conveniently redefine anthropology as being interested, without judgment, in the way other people choose to live and behave. Good one. The strategy is geared toward developing your compassion as well as a way of becoming more patient. Beyond that, however, being interested in the way other people act in a way of replacing judgments with loving kindness. When you are genuinely curious about the way someone reacts or the way that they feel about something, it's unlikely that you will also be annoyed. In this way, becoming an anthropologist is a way of becoming less frustrated by the actions of others. Good way of looking at it. When someone acts in a way that seems strange to you, rather than reacting in an unusual way, such as, I can't believe they would do that, instead say something to yourself like, I see, that must be the way she sees things in her world. Very interesting. In order for the strategy to help you, you have to be genuine. There's a fine line between being interested and being arrogant, as it secretly as if secretly you believe that your way is better. Recently, I was at a local shopping mall with my 6-year-old daughter. A group of punk rockers walked by the orange spiked hair and tattoos covering much of their bodies. My daughter immediately asked me, Daddy, why are they dressed up like that? Are they in costumes? Years ago, I would have felt very judgmental and frustrated about these young people, as if their way was wrong and my more conservative way was right. I would have blurted out some judgment explanations of my daughter and passed along to her my judgmental views. Pretending to be an anthropologist, however, has changed my perspective a great deal. It's made me softer. I said to my daughter, I'm not really sure, but if but it's interesting how different we all are, isn't it? She said, yeah, but I like my own hair. Rather than focusing on the behavior and continue to give it energy, we both dropped it and continue to enjoy our time together. When we when you are interested in other perspectives, it doesn't imply even slightly that you're advocating it. I certainly wouldn't choose a punk rock lifestyle or suggest it to be someone else. Or let me start that over. I certainly wouldn't choose a punk rock lifestyle or suggest it to anyone else. At the same time, however, it's really not my place to judge it either. One of the cardinal rules of joyful living is that judging others takes a great deal of energy and, without exception, pulls you away from where you want to be. Yes, it does. That's a good reading, by the way. Becoming an anthropologist. I've never heard that terminology used for that. be changing perception and just being curious, wondering, inquiring instead of just, you know, like I know myself, I have a habit a lot of times just seeing something different than me and just ignoring it or passing it by and not even worrying about it. But, deep down, I know I'm a compassionate, loving person, and I don't like to judge, because I don't like to be judged and put off like that. So, it's a practice for me these days. The life just gets in the way of who we truly are sometimes, and makes us believe different things, and well, allows us to believe different things and throw us off our true nature. I know that for a fact because things things just happen. Paths go different directions. We get different perceptions in our mind, and but we know who we are in our hearts and soul, and we know that judging hurts. And that's just what it is. It's not a cool thing to be passed off because somebody judges you or perceives you differently. And but you know what? It's part of the sometimes human nature because that's this our makeup and how we were raised or what have you, raised, and the people we hang around, that gets grained into us. But I practice daily to remind myself and become aware of those behaviors that I don't necessarily serve me anymore. So it's all about growing up and figuring out what we are all about. So, you know, try to be the anthropologist. Be curious. Find out who people are, if you are interested in, or you don't have to be. It's hard to get to know everybody. You know what I'm saying? So just to know our daily lives, just become aware of that because I know my daily walk, me going to school now and working on the weekends. I work next to a bar because it's in the restaurant I work in. I'm going to school. I see different diversity, and those are things that I've always stirred away from. But I'm open to my new life today and a better life, an expanded life, and it's been good. I continue forward. There's things I want to change, and I can change, and I have been changing. That's the bottom line of that story. But I'm just glad to have what I have today, and I am remaining grateful. I got a roof over my head. I'm going to back to school. I have a job. You know, I pay my bills, and I still have time for awesomeness like this and going out to nature and taking a break with you guys. So to me, that's pretty awesome. And I'm grateful. Yesterday's reading was on think of someone to love, and this morning I did that. There's a few people on my list, and I woke up, like I said earlier in my kermie karaoke video. I woke up early, started my day with a smile on my face. Yeah, I tried to rush around and get things done, but those are just habits of mine that I'm changing, expanding, and slowing down. So you know what? It works out for the better for all of us, and I know that. The grass is always greener on the other side. But anyway, I'm going to continue my walk so I can get ready to go to school and whatnot this evening in a couple hours. So I hope you guys have a great Wednesday, and yeah, enjoy the sunshine while we have it. I love you guys. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.